What's going on, guys? You're getting me back with another MLB Show 22 video. And in today's video, I'll be telling you guys how you complete the All-Stars of the franchise program as fast as possible using this XP method right here. If you enjoyed today's video and do find it helpful, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe, and best support channel by far. Let's get into it. So, the All-Star of the franchise program has some amazing cards in it that are going to be really good, and you guys are going to want to get your hands on them as fast as possible. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys how you can use this XP method to get them as fast as possible and also make a ton of subs as well. So, let's get into it. You're going to want to go to single players mode, and you're going to want to go to mini seasons. There's a lot of keys to this. I'm going to be talking about every little thing. But what you basically want to be doing is you're going to go down to the goals here. You want to take a look at them. You want to scroll down. There's two goals you want to focus on. The 15 home runs with monthly award players, and the please have mercy in a single game score 10 or more runs. Those are the two goals you want to be fixated on, and you want to focus on. So completing these alone gets you 5,500 XP just from completing these alone. Plus, you get 5 show packs and headliner set 10 choice pack, which can get you up to Mike Trout. It can get you so many good stuff, plus a bunch of other subs. So you can get XP by completing these missions, and on top of gameplay XP, you get so much XP by doing this method, and you get a ton of stubs as well. So I'm going to talk about a few keys you can use to use this faster, to do this more efficiently. You want your first series to be, you want to be the home team for your first series. Now, if you are on next-gen consoles, you have a significant advantage when doing this method. This method becomes so much easier if you're on a next-gen console. You can use created stadiums because you can use a stadium with max elevation in the walls all the way in so that you can hit a home run basically every single time you hit a ball in the air, which basically is a significant advantage to any stadium you can use in-game. But you mostly want your first game to be at home because you don't know what kind of stadium the other team's going to be playing at. It could be a really bad stadium for homers, so you don't want to play there. So, we are a home team, and we want to take a look, and if we press the square button on my controller, I don't know what it is on Xbox. You hit the square button, you can view the team information. You want to hit R1 or whatever it is on Xbox and take a look at their starting pitching rotation. You want to take a look at their lowest overall guys. In this case, it's Brandon Webb and Carlos Rodon. We can basically choose what starting pitcher we get to go up against by choosing in our rotation because it gets matched up. If I use my 5 guy, it's going to use their 5 guy. If I use my 1 guy, it's going to use their 1 guy. Basically the same thing. But it also autofills by overall. So if I went and used my 4th guy, it would not be Justin Verlander. It would probably be Carlos Rodon. Justin Verlander would move up a slot because it's an 89 overall. It autofills to overall. But Brandon Webb, since he's the lowest overall and the lowest down in this little list here, that means that he is going to be the guy we're going to face if we throw our 5 pitcher at him. So, for pitchers you can use, I'm going to recommend that you use a Yu Darvish card because he's got one of the fastest windups in the game. It can go really quick, and you can get your innings done as super fast, and it can be really easy just to get it done. He can also quick pitch with no one on base. He can quick pitch with no one on base. This is the guy I recommend using. Obviously, there's some other starting pitchers with quick windups, but I recommend Yu Darvish. And then I just threw Darren O'Day in case I needed to go to the bullpen as an extra guy to get in there. So, we're going to hop into it, and I'm going to just show you how much XP we can get from this method. I'm not going to show you the entire thing, but you can set your difficulty to rookie. It does not matter what difficulty. And you also want your team to be all monthly awards players if you want to do the second part of this moment, because there's two parts to this. So we're going to select Yu Darvish, and here my team is all monthly awards guys with monthly awards guys on the bench. This is probably the best possible monthly awards lineup. You can obviously mix and match depending on who you like better, what swings you like better, but these are the guys that I decided to go with. And you can obviously throw some guys out of position, and it doesn't really make that much of a difference because the field isn't really a big issue. But we're going to hop into it now. Usually, by the time it takes me to complete this, it takes 13 minutes to complete all of this. Now, you might not see now, but we will be facing Brandon Webb. That's a little visual glitch that shows all the Kyle Schwarbers. But we're going to quickly pitch through the first inning, and then we're going to start hitting a bunch of homers. So for the first game, I recommend for whatever inning you complete your goal. If you say in the second inning, you get your 10 runs. Keep playing out that inning for as long as possible to see how many home runs you can get. And try and keep track of your home runs. You don't want to forget how many home runs you have, because sometimes you'll have 2-run shots and you'll get 15 runs. You'll think you completed the goal when actually you haven't. So it's not 15 runs, it's 15 home runs. That's a big key here. So we're pitching very efficiently with Yu Darvish here. Still don't have to worry about anything. So we want to keep track of homers, and whatever inning we finish the goal in is the inning we want to keep out and playing until we eventually play the second game, because usually this will take 2 games. Alright, so we're going to go in here. We're facing Brandon Webb, as I said we would, and we're just going to try and hit as many homers as possible in this first inning, and I'm not going to do one on that swing. I don't need to show you every single home run. I'm not going to. But basically, what I try and do, at least on the Juice Stadium here, is try and just get every single ball in the air, because most balls you're going to get in the air, and you hit well enough, they're going to leave the yard. So we're just going to try and get the ball elevated, and boom, just like that. That's a home run for Kyle Schwarber. That's probably gone at most fields. But you want to keep track of how many home runs, because if you get a base hit and then a home run, you got 3 runs, great, but that's not 3 home runs. You just got to keep in track. You want to take a look, and you can always check the goal sheet after your first game. So if once I finish this game, I can check the goals tab and see how many home runs I've hit, assuming I don't finish it in one game, and I likely won't. So let's just fast forward through all this. You don't need to see me hitting a bunch of home runs over and over again. Alright, well, I tried getting it all in one game to make it easier on you guys, but I think I made it too short, so 2 home runs short. So as you can see, I got 9,000 XP for that right there. So that's on top of completing the mission, so it's a little weighted because we're also on double XP right now. So basically, that means, it means basically you get the 2,500 XP that you would get from completing the mission, plus the extra XP that you got from gameplay. So that's about 7,000 extra XP, and you divide that by 2, you get 3,500 XP. All these numbers are going to be on the screen. This is not very complex math, but once you add that 2,500, you add the 500s, and basically you're left with 6,000 XP right there just from completing that. I got 6,000 XP in that game alone that I would normally. Now this is being recorded on double XP, and when this comes out, this won't be double XP, so it's about 6,000 XP just for completing that one. So now we need to hit, let me check the goal here. It's only like 2 more I only need to hit 2 more home runs, so we're gonna hop right back into another game. Gonna hit those 2 homers, and we are just gonna be done, and we're gonna get 3,000 more XP plus more gameplay XP. So at the end of the day, that'll be about 10,000 XP, and I will be able to prove it. All right, Rizzo, just end it right here and make this a whole lot easier on us than it has to be. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. All right, boom. Just hit our 2nd home run of the game. We are done the moment now. I will show you the XP totals. I do not need to finish the inning. I can just go ahead and quit. Don't need to finish the inning for the moment to count. So now we are out of that. Just got 4,000 XP for that, 3,000 for completing the mission. So divide that extra by 5 and divide that 1,000 by 2, and you'll be left with about 500 gameplay XP. Now it is varying on how well you do every game. If you get 10 runs, it's going to be varying, but the total XP it should add up to is just under 10,000. And obviously this is very much rounding math. I'm rounding down, I'm rounding up. So we're just going to round up to 10,000. It's like 9,500 XP. That's basically 10,000 anyway. So there's not really, so you get 10,000 XP every single time you complete this mission. Obviously it's juiced a little bit right now because it's double XP, so you got to do some math to work around it. But you get so much XP by doing this method. It takes about, it's taken me 13 minutes, 2 times I've done it, but that is not including the like resetting of the mini seasons until you get a team that you can hit and you can beat your home team. So that's some extra time as well being added. So I decided to round up 13 to 15 minutes also to make the math easier. So yeah, I mean, it takes some time to sometimes be able to get this little mashup where sometimes this works the first time, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, so we're going to round up to 15 minutes to make my math easier. So 60 divided by 15 is 4. 4 times 10,000, because you do this 4 times you can do this about 4 times per hour. You will end up with 40,000 XP every hour, plus tons of stubs as well. You'll end with 4 of these choice packs. You'll end up with 4 of these choice packs and 20 show packs at the end of every hour you're doing this. So it is absolutely amazing. You know what? Let's open these packs right now. Maybe we pull a diamond or something. I doubt it, but you know, you never know. Show packs aren't the best, but that headliner choice pack, you can get some really good stuff out of there. So that's just amazing. This is a great method. It does require a little bit of skill in the game. It isn't really a mindless method. You do have to be paying more attention, and is not the easiest method to pull off. The Royale Show method is very much still works. Hey, just pull John Smoltz. Nice. That's a quick 27K. We'll take it. All right, whatever. We'll sell them later. But basically, the Royale Show method still works if you don't want to do this method. It is a little bit on the tricky side. It's not the easiest method. It's probably the most hard XP method, but it has the most rewards that you can get. And I find it to be a ton of fun because you can get a ton of stubs, you can hit a bunch of homers, and you can work on parallel XP as well. If you don't want to use Yu Darvish, you can use one of your pitchers and just parallel XP them. Get a ton of PXP is a great way. I'm probably going to finish this and have like parallel 5 Jordan at the end of this just by doing this method. It's absolutely ridiculous how good this method is. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe. Best support channel by far. I'm your gaming next one. Peace. Thank you so much for watching.